Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Welcome to Wine Down Wednesday. I hope y'all got your wine. Waiting for my co-host, Tamira, and Tears of Talks with Tamira to join. Um, Adding my co-host in, honey, and we are getting started. Do y'all have y'all wine? I got my wine, honey.
Hey,
Hey, friend.
Vanity. Happy Wine Down
Wednesday. Okay.
Wednesday.
I got my wine. You got your wine.
I got my wine. And here's the thing. I'm really in here sipping and enjoying this wine. And I hope that you're enjoying it as well. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I share what we
Because
got this
that
wine.
means y'all need to go ahead and get y'all some because it's definitely giving me what I need. I'm already ready. Hi.
Yes. So happy Wednesday. I know we're a few moments late. While we're waiting for everybody to join, show us some love. Share this live on your page. Tag people because we're talking about
Okay.
women supporting
We're talking
women
about
tonight. And I think that's
sisterhood, baby.
some people, this
Okay.
might be a new concept.
But Tamara, what you been doing? Get me to this week. What you been doing? How was your weekend? How was your I don't really celebrate the 4th of July, but how was your weekend?
So my weekend was super chill. I felt like because my ancestors were still enslaved when the 4th of July happened, that I
You feel
owed
me?
it to them to relax. So I was chilling, taking it easy, and just focused on me and mine
Oh yeah, this
over
weekend
the
I didn't do too
weekend.
much. I kind of hung out with my friends and my family, which was much needed because I hadn't seen them in a long time. So I had a very good weekend. Just chill, me and PJ. So yeah, I don't really celebrate the 4th. So why was y'all celebrating the 4th when we were supposed to not be celebrating the 4th?
Cause shade no shade. We
Shade,
wasn't
no
free, y'all.
shade. Let me remind you, we was still slaves.
Shade no shade. So yeah, as you come in, say hello, tag your friends. Happy Wine Down Wednesday. You should have you something to sip on. We have some awesome wine that we're sipping on tonight. But if you have water, tea, vodka, tequila,
Hand dogs,
all of that good
Boulet.
stuff, that's cool too.
Hey, Sarah.
Hennessy. Hey, Tara.
Okay.
Hey,
Yay. Okay, it might be working
Tasia.
out, boo.
You made it, boo.
Cause we was having some.
Tasia was like, can you tag me? Because I didn't see it. And Tasia, let me know, did it show on my page that I was live or did you come through the link? We just need to know because we're testing some things out.
But this is how it is. We're gonna go ahead and still kick off our topics. People could join in and like kind of go to the beginning when we post it on our page. And you know how it is. By the end of it, we'll be having so many people viewing, and we'll be like, bye, because y'all was late for the party. Okay. But we're gonna kick it off. So Tamira, we decided that this Wind Down Wednesday, we're gonna be talking about sisterhood. This topic right here, it just hit home to me.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of sisterhood, before we dive in, tonight I wanted to save this, but we're drinking on Ebony Wine and Spirits. So this is actually a local Black woman owned wine brand. And it is phenomenal. We are loving this Moscato. We are loving the vibe that's accompanied with it. And most of all, we're loving that it's by another Black woman. So we're going to tag the link She is one of our paid
Okay.
sponsors. So we are super excited to bring Wine Down Wednesday to
Some
you,
ebony
sipping on
wine,
some
honey,
ebony
black
wine.
owned. This is a part of the sisterhood, the topic that we are going to be talking about tonight. So we're going to just kick it off. We have a list of things that we kind of want to open up and just kind of go off of them. So let me ask you this, Tamara. What does sisterhood mean to you?
Oh man. Sisterhood for me, and my sister is
Okay, hey,
actually on here.
sis.
So hey Lexi. She ain't gonna say nothing, but hey Lexi. Sisterhood for me is really about being able to hold space, being able to be
Mm-hmm.
supportive of other women. And it's not always your blood sister. My god sister Jocelyn is on here. Hey sis. So really being able to hold space for other women, being able to be a shoulder, a listening ear, support, all of that good stuff is what sisterhood
Yeah.
means to me.
For me,
What does
it
it mean
just
to
means
you?
like a lot of what you said, just the support, being able to have someone have my back, and just kind of be authentic and raw with me, like I could be with them. That's really what sisterhood is for me. Like I want to be able to share my opinion about what the situations or whatever we're going through, and you do the same for me. So sisterhood is super important. I mean, if it's not, if anytime it's important now, because we have a lot of sisters out here that starting black businesses that are, really being bold in their calling. So sisterhood is very important. So I feel like this is the perfect topic for tonight. So y'all be drop in the
Yes.
comments what sisterhood means to y'all, so we can kind of piggyback on it and pick at y'all points as well. Tag your
And
sister,
tag your
honey.
sister. If you got a sister, a play sister, a cousin, somebody who you love a lot, bring them on here because we want to make sure that we're bridging the gap. We got Roe versus Wade going on. We got all of these things that are happening to women. And if we really narrow this thing down to Black women, where it's like we need each other now more than ever. We need the healers, we need the herb ladies, we need the counselors. We need to have that space where we trust and feel comfortable leaning on each other. So
Tag
this
your
is
sister. Tell
important.
her to
Tag your
pull up to the
sister.
club, okay? All right, because we need this. So I
Yes.
wanted to kick it out with a list of things. And this list is gonna just basically be helping you kind of identify what sisterhood means and if you're receiving that type of treatment or if you're not. And how you can be a better friend, a better sister. Because sisterhood is not, like she said, like Tamara said, not just about blood. That's your sister. I have a lot of friends on this live right now that's like my sister. Like blood,
Mm-hmm.
blood couldn't make us, honey. That's really my sister. So,
It's them soul ties.
mhm.
And I can honestly say, like, you have been a wonderful sister figure
Oh,
to
I
me
appreciate
since
that.
we've met. And it goes beyond just blood. Sometimes it's your spirit tribe, the people who show up and pull
When
up
you least
when
expect
you
it, and
least
that
expect
goes
it.
into the
So
first thing on the list, right? Supporting small businesses and supporting just you. I feel like that is super important to like just show up for your friend, show up for your sister, regardless of what they're going through,
mhm.
because you never know. You just pulling up, just calling, just sending that text, just sending them a heart, a quote, whatever, sending them a song can really change what they're going through. We pride ourselves in saying we alpha females and we alpha females. Like we don't, but alpha females need support too. We need our sisters.
Absolutely. Check on your strong friend, sister, whatever. I think for me, a lot of times, and I felt like this, I felt like people thought that I didn't need support or that I was just okay because I seemed to always have it together. But I can think of
Yeah.
times where I felt really lonely. And I felt like I wasn't seen. I felt like I wasn't loved or valued. And I think it's important to think about the people who always seem like they got it together.
They need your support.
They need your support too. Like it goes across, you know, everything. It's not just the person who seems to always be going through. A lot of times the person who holds it together, that little, hey, I'm thinking about you, or
right.
hey sis, let's go grab something to eat, or whatever. It makes a world of difference because it makes them feel as if they have community too, and they're not
lending
just
support.
lending support.
If your sister, whoever it is, like if they have a small business, support their business. It takes, like, you do not have to support their business by spending money with them, but you can share a flyer, you can share a reel, you can comment, you can tag people, all kind of stuff that you could do. You could be like, yo, I watched this. You know, I have so many friends that they might not be able to catch the live while we're doing the live, but they'll go back and watch the live and they be like, oh my God, like, thank you so much. Or you really inspired. And that just means a lot, you know, because that's supporting my business. So just remember, don't be afraid to support the business because we all out here trying to make a buck, okay? Trying to make a buck.
Absolutely. And if somebody impacted you, like especially with us being life coaches, I know that we probably had a lot of off-bar conversations that have impacted people. And you may not be able to pay for a session, or maybe it's not that situation. But if you know, like, hey, this helped me, share your testimony, share how that person has helped you, stood in the gap for you, and vouch for them. I love highlighting Black businesses, Black women-owned businesses. I've done reels about it. And it's like, are you getting paid for this promo? It don't matter. As long as one of my sisters win, I'm winning, and vice versa. So you can't be afraid to, you know, put yourself out there and share how other women
and then that goes into the second thing on the list. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Why do we as Black women, Tamara, tell me why we as Black women, well, give me your definition of why we feel like we are too afraid to ask for help.
Hold on. If you're a strong Black woman, give me a heart right now. I want to see. This a survey. I ain't the police or nothing, but I want to see if you are a strong Black woman. Give me a heart, or you can drop a heart in the chat.
I see you.
Look at them. They coming up. I'm seeing hugs. Yes. Tawana's like, that's trauma. It's a pride thing, in my opinion. Y'all lighten it up. So since we was little girls, we watched our grandmas do it. We watched our mamas do it, our aunties. I'm strong. I'm good. I can handle this. I can handle that. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This shit is killing
literally us. Killing us. Literally stressing us the fuck out. Okay?
It's killing our spirits. It's killing our physical bodies, our wombs, our hormones, our emotions. Wanting to carry it all and be in this ultra masculine role is killing us. And when I say masculine, I'm talking about constantly doing. It's not gender. Constantly feeling like you need to do. And like I said about the 4th of July, for me, I'm the type of person where it's like, my ancestors did all that. Right. I watched my grandma break her back. I watched her be so strong, have a lot of pride, which was instilled into me. But I'm like, how can I carry the torch and make life a little bit easier?
For my bloodline. For my bloodline. All about like breaking the generational curses. So it's nothing to ask for help. Yeah. Like if you got too much pride, like she said there, pride, ego, fear, being talked about or judged. If you got too much pride, then you need to reevaluate your soul tribe. You really need to reevaluate Absolutely. Your friends and who they are and the people that you call your sisters, because you too afraid to ask them for help. Now asking for help doesn't mean you're using the situation, right? No, but asking for help is any. Since I just need somebody to talk to. I just need somebody to hear me scream on the phone. I just need to come see our house and have a drink of wine. I need to meet up and we could go walking. That's could be asking for help. You're not asking that person for anything but their quality time. That's it.
Right. Just the whole space for you. And a lot of times people feel like, oh, if I ask for help, so-and-so gonna be in my business. or it's gonna be a
later.
situation where I might hear it later.
That
If you gotta do
that's
all
not
of that,
your friend.
that ain't your
You gotta
friend.
get that. That's not a part of the soul tribe. If you thinking, oh God, I can't, they gonna judge me, they gonna think of me. That's not your friend. I have friends on here, my friend on here, Morgan. I just love to go over her house and watch her fold clothes. That's my favorite thing for her to do. I be done left the house. I ain't helped her do shit, but she done cleaned up her whole damn house. And she just done got out what she needed to get in and out. And we done had a great time. We done trapped it out. We done did what we needed to do. But I just be needing it. She be needing that. And it really just be like, she be like, thank you for coming over. My whole house is clean. That's what it's about.
And I love how you said I be needing it. Cause even you just being honest and saying that's what I needed. How y'all think our grandmamas, our aunties, all of those people like held it together on the plantation or held it together in segregation and in those hard times? Like they leaned on each other. They wasn't worried about is Pearl gonna talk shit about me. Who cares? You know who you feel safe with, and if you don't feel safe with somebody, then that's another conversation. But you gotta lean on people because our
Ari Lennox says it best. Oh my God! At the end of the song, one of her songs on her album, she be like, "And then I realized I need people," and you do. You need people, and it's okay to ask for help. So don't be afraid to ask for help. The second thing is, the third thing. This is the third thing on the list. Lean back. Lean back.
How you do it?
Lean back and listen, baby. Lean back and listen. Because if you're going to ask for help, right, sometimes you just need to listen to what's being said to you and take it in. A lot of the times we don't know how to listen because we always too busy responding.
Or if somebody's talking and you steady thinking about what you gonna say next. And that's a lot of pressure. Like, I ain't gonna lie. That was one of my biggest opportunities. I always felt like I needed to have a solution or something to say or something to fill in that gap. And it's like a lot of times people not even looking for that. They just want to be able to talk to you and be able to get out their thoughts. It's not about you.
And they want to know that you hear what they're saying, because every day we go to work, right? Let's just say you work at a call center or something like that. Every day you go to work. Tomorrow, we know about this. We won't say their name because we ain't trying to, But you work at a call center. The whole time you on the phone with somebody and you telling them the package or whatever. They saying they need this, and this. So you recommending the right package to them because you done told me you need it to be able to hear, and you don't want your calls to drop and all this shit. And the whole time they like, well, did you not hear me? Well, lady, are you listening to the things that I listed for you? The resources that I listed for you? Isn't that frustrating? Like, don't be afraid.
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. And I think like we underestimate being able to be a good listener. A lot of times we feel like helping other people is problem solving or jumping in or trying to find. Okay, Tony, I'm drinking water.
Right.
I feel you, sis. I feel you. But a lot of people be feeling like, I need to have something to offer this person. Because intuitively, I do feel like a lot of times, if you have a sis that don't really use her words like that, like she a silent killer, she'll feel like I don't really have nothing to contribute to this friendship because I don't say things a certain way, or I don't, dress it up the way the other person does. But the truth is, it's value in you just holding space for that person and allowing them to, have that time. Because honestly,
not always
it's not
about
always
you.
about
So
you.
it's okay to lean back and listen and let that person vent, your sister vent, scream, yell, talk about, okay, story time. One of my friends, to get over a guy, I have to talk about it. And she was just in there, honey. I was just talking, just naming all the things that I did not like. And at the end, she was like, well, I feel like you're over it. I was like, you're right. I just I needed to list.
Vanity, that's you all day long. Vanity, and that's that big Leo. Your heart, this your heart, this your chest. Your heart about that big. You gon' say how you feel. And I love that about you. So
I was giving her a rundown of things I didn't like, and by the end of it, I was like, girl, you was too good to be talking to that nigga. Next. On to the next, okay?
Period. And that's why you be needing your sisters,
because like, you need your sisters so you can list the things you don't like about that man or whatever. And then they could be like, dang, sis, like, you right. Okay, Shannon said that's me. I have to talk about it at least 10 times in order to get. Oh, I do at least 10 times, okay? At least 10 times for me to be like,
hold up. I'm about to represent for my toxic sisters who haven't really evolved. How many of y'all talk about it 10 times?
Me.
And then still end up going back?
Me. I done did it.
If you do that, let us know in the chat.
That's the Leo. That's that Leo. Because we don't want to give it. We don't want to give up. We don't want to give up on it. We don't want to give up on our. Like you said, our heart was this big. We don't want to give up.
Laughing.
Like.
Nah, for real, y'all. This is real. Wind down Wednesday.
We know. We be here talking about for real. Okay?
Play games. Sometimes, honey, you talk about it about 10 times. Then you start thinking about what y'all had.
And guess what you're going to be like? I'll wait for you. For you. I will wait for you.
I will wait for you. Baby.
Too much. It be too much. Alexa, I won't wait for you. I won't wait for you. I gotta go on.
Like,
yeah. And then, okay, so boom, right? Sisters. Okay, so boom. We said lean back and listen. But okay, let me just be the devil. Let me be the devil advocate because I'm also the sister that, bitch, I done told you what to do and you keep going back. Bitch, why do you keep going back? I done told you what to do. I done told you what to do.
Listen, so I think it's really important to highlight what my good sis Cherie said. She said, I'm not going back. I'm a dip back if I need something. But that's it. Scorpio.
Razzle dazzle.
If I need something. And as far as y'all concerned, my needs and how I justify that is my business. But no, girl, when you talk about like sitting there listening to your friend cry, listening to her go through, really being able to hold space, and then she going back for like the 11th time, I ain't gonna lie.
It do be frustrating, but don't forget, judge me, judge your mother. Don't judge me because I'm going to go back. Alexa, play Future. I will wait for. I'm going to go back one good time. It takes me a moment.
Nah, play Future.
We don't want to never
We don't want to never end. Take it all the way back.
You coming back, I'm going back again. We don't want to never. But no, one thing I can say though, but once you're really over it though, I can say for me, once a woman's fed up.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can do about it, okay?
And can't nobody tell you when you're fed up too. I was watching P-Valley this week, and Uncle Clifford was like, a woman don't want to be saved until she good and ready. Like, it's real. It is so real. I'll never forget. I was in college at UNCG. And y'all who know me, don't be dropping no names and names because I'm a married woman, so don't be dropping no names. But my first toxic real relationship, it was a lot of back and forth. And I will never forget my homegirl Angelica. She looked at me and she was like, look, if you go back to her, just know we're not going to be friends no more. Because I have held your hand. I've picked you up. I've rolled past houses. I've threw bricks through
the slash.
I've done all of this stuff with you. Slash tires. I've done all of this with you. So if you go back, our friendship is not gonna ever be the same. And when she said that, I realized like how much she loved me, and I couldn't do nothing but respect it. It sucked hearing that, but I realized at that point, she like, look, I don't want to see you continuing to hurt.
That's
so if
real
y'all have
sisterhood.
friends
That's
who
exactly
like,
what we're talking about
I'm
right
not
now.
judging you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she saved my life, I swear. And that's a whole nother conversation because she literally saved my life.
That's real
like
sisterhood. You
in
gotta
real
be
life.
able to have those hard conversations and be able to tell your friend, I need you to love you more. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes your friend don't want to hear that, but it's super important that you say that, because a lot of times when we keep going back, it's because we just trying to hold on to a love that ain't really our love. So if we start pouring into ourselves and really loving ourselves, we realize that we won't wait for them, and we don't need to wait for them, and we're gonna keep it moving. So, we be mad. I know I done been mad at a couple of my friends, like, mind your business. And then they be like, bitch, you are my business. You the one who keep coming to me up, mind your business, because I didn't ask for that. But don't be, we're gonna give
Leo. You gonna give Leo. What is it? I give meow, but I really give.
Bitch.
Every time I see it, I'm like,
okay, all right. So let's get back on the list. Ooh, this is one that I really like. Meet up with them. Meet up for brunch or for coffee.
So next time, just add me, Vanity, because I know that's not my gift. Why would you put that on that list? Are you trying to call me out in public?
Yeah. Because I feel like with the reason why I love this one, the reason why I wanted to kind of say this one is because I feel like with the pandemic, it has caused us all to have extra anxiety. So we all of us like want to be in the house a little bit more than we, wanted to before, which I understand. It's a lot of weird shit going on outside the doors. It's a lot of weird shit going on. But I feel like it's super important to like sometimes meet in the flesh, change up your scenery, go get you some coffee, go get you some brunch, to just kind of have like that in your face, person to person type of meetup, because you can't really tell of what a person really is going through until you see. Like, I'm the type of person, I gotta put my eyes on you. Let me look, because
and then emotionally, you and I are so private. So we got this big ass Scorpio moon. And if you a Scorpio or you got Scorpio in your big three, then you know how easy it is to feel like I'm going to just deal with my shit on my own. So actually, like, putting your eyes on your friends.
The face can't lie.
The face can't lie.
Them texts can lie.
Texts can,
I'm doing good, girl. Okay. But that can lie. But if I see you in the flesh, literally, I can see you in the flesh and just break down like, oh, friend, you needed to come out for this coffee, this brunch. You needed to get out the house. So it's super important to support your friend by just asking them, you want to grab a bite to eat? You want to just go for a walk? You don't got to eat or get nothing. You don't got to spend no money, because people be big on that. Well, I ain't trying to spend no money. There's things that you can do that you're not spending no money, but you're still getting that sisterhood.
Yeah. I totally agree. And I feel like I am a very accountable person, and I don't think that's my strength. Like, I sometimes like look up and I'm like, damn, I haven't talked to Vanity, or damn, I haven't seen her. And you give me grace. You're never like, bitch, you a sorry friend. But I do think about it, and I'm like, that's something that I can get better at, because it is important to feel like that physical presence. And hell, I need my friends too. I need to be around you as much as you need to be around me. So if you are like me and you get in life and you look around and you ain't connected with your friends, like, I'm making it one of my commitments. If you need to make it as one of your commitments, drop a heart.
Make sure that y'all are doing something at least once a month where you connect them. If they your tribe, you need to connect with them, because you need to see them in the face. It's super important. People be hiding behind all kind of stuff, and when you see them in the face, you can't hide behind it. And sometimes you need that hug, even though you like, I'm a G. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it. You do, sis. You not no nigga. You not no man.
I saw my homegirl today. I was leaving out of the Mara, get my nails done. And one of my homegirls, she has a salon suite there. I have not seen her in years. My nephew goes to her, gets his hair done, but I have not seen her. When I cut that corner and we saw each other, girl, we hugged so tight and for so long. And I didn't know how much I needed that. And she probably gonna see this, and sis, you gonna probably be like, I needed it too. But I didn't know how much I needed to feel
it's super important. So make sure you're reaching out to your friends, getting up with them, hanging out. It's summertime. There should be no reason why you in the house. It's summer. Go to a park. Go walk around the lake. Go get your kids together. They can play at the playground. Go do something where you're connecting with your friend and your sisterhood, because it's super important that you stay connected with your people. The next thing on the list is be open-minded. What does that mean?
I'm gonna let you
to be
open-minded,
and I'm gonna pour a little bit more of this ebony wine.
Yes, because it's whining. Like this is really good. I am hoping that we can bring some ebony wine in every wine down Wednesday, because this wine is good. Y'all check. Let me show you. Check it out. We're gonna tag them at our playback so that you're able to check out Ebony Wine, sponsored by a beautiful Black sister who is doing her thing. She is international.
And this wine is y'all get it. Like I said, we're gonna tag it so y'all can place your orders as soon as we get off.
Yes, as soon as we get off, because next week you need to be drinking good. I know some of y'all haven't.
You need to have your little wine.
You need to have a good bottle of wine.
Okay, we need to be the.
But when we talk about wine whining. What was the last one?
Be open-minded.
Yes. So being open-minded to me is being willing to explore things from a different lens. So like not just focusing in on your way of thinking or how you do things, understanding that people are different, they have different traumas, triggers, different things they like, and actually being open to it. And then if we take it out of all of that deep shit, just trying new stuff with your sis.
Yeah.
I can't stand sushi. Hate sushi. But if you were to say, hey, Myra, I got this really nice sushi spot that I want to try, even though I don't eat it, me being able to say, sis, I'll go with you and support you. I may just get a little thing of rice. I may get some sake, but not being so closed off and feeling like everybody has to do, move, and like the same shit that you like.
Nice. And being open-minded, like when you're not open-minded, you miss out on a lot of opportunities. So it's super important to just be open-minded. And it's simple, like somebody was just naming, like going to get something new to eat, or maybe you don't really like museums, but you decide, let's go to a museum this weekend. I mean, hey, let's see what they have. And then you figure you open up a new world that you really like, or you meet your husband at the museum. Or your wife. Because at the museum. Okay. It's just like about being open-minded. So it's like be open-minded to do new things, to be around new people, to experience new situations with your sister. Because it's super important. That's what sisterhood is about.
Yeah. Okay, so since we're friends and we're sisters, name one thing that you experienced with me that was different. And then I'm going to name one thing that I experienced.
That's so many things. But one of my favorite things, I just talked about it today, because I'm going back up in that area for my birthday. But when we went to DC and we went to the Henny Palooza party, y'all, first of all, I had never really partied in DC like that. So that was my first time going. And then it just happened to be, what was it? It was homecoming. Howard's homecoming.
It was Howard University homecoming. And it was really like, how does it feel to be that big?
How does it feel to be a bad bitch?
What? Me and Vanity like, I think that's when we realized this was before Soul
Yes.
Care Wound Down Wednesday, but we was like together.
Sit down.
We shut
Okay.
shit
So
down.
that right there was like one of the memories with you where I feel like we did something different. Like we literally was like, you was like, hey, do you want to go to DC? And it was with Tamara, but it was with some other ladies that I didn't know as well. And I could be a closed off person, be like traveling with some other girls I don't know, Tamara. But I actually was open to it, and we had a good time. The other women were lovely. They were nice. The whole trip, it wasn't no. One thing I've learned, when you travel with grown-ass women, it's not no drama. When you're traveling with grown-ass women, okay, that knows how to travel, because some people don't know how to travel, and that's where the trauma come in at. That's what the drama be. People don't be really knowing how to travel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so don't be closed off to that, because I could have like missed out on meeting two beautiful women that, you know, are part of like my friendships and all of that as well, in a memory, because I was like, no, Tamara, it's not gonna be me and you. I don't want to go. Are you one of them people? Drop in the comments if you one of them sisters that be calling a friend like, who over there? Who out there?
Who out there?
Drop in the comment the ear emoji. Who out there?
You my friend. I don't really want to share you.
Yeah, are you the jealous friend that you only want them to have one friend? What them territorial ass friends? Don't be acting like
don't hide now. Don't hide.
Because if you're one of those friends, y'all, you gotta be a little bit open-minded, because you know you might meet some new people. What's the movie Bridesmaid? When it was like she did not like that other lady becoming her best friend. She almost ruined the whole wedding.
Because she was holding on to that and wanting to be territorial.
Look, Sharice say it's me.
I ain't wanna drop some more names on here, but they ain't gonna say nothing.
That's my friend. That's my friend. No.
That's mine. And we had a ball, man. Like, that was truly, we got to debut Adore Denim in DC. We got to do so much that was just phenomenal. So, my favorite experience with you, there have been so many, but the one that I really got to understand how much you pour into me and you empower me to be bolder was Soul Care. I had never done anything like that before, let alone go to a pop-up shop. Like, I had never hosted anything. I had never put myself out there in that way. And you literally held my hand the entire time. Like, I remember being there and I was nervous as hell. And you like, Tamara, it's going to be cool. You was calm. You was cool. And for me, that was you showing me that I'm a boss lady and that I can assert myself and really be in that form. I don't have to just be supporting people or playing the background. And I feel like you always push me in that way. But at Soul Care, it was like, no, like sis, the spotlight on you.
Because I feel like sometimes
and you gonna stand there.
We do that because of our anxiety. You know, like the shyness. We don't really, because believe it or not, like, even though we're Leo, I'm a Leo, it might seem like I'm not shy, but I do be shy. But at the end of the day, like, when you just put yourself out there and remember that you're a boss in your own right, like, who judging you? It got your name on it. It don't got their name. Like, how you at that club? You can't even get in. Okay.
Insider.
Get in, baby. Get in.
Listen, but that was definitely one of those times where I wasn't as confident, which nobody ever be knowing. It's that Sagittarius rising. I be looking calm as hell. I be looking like I got it, but on the inside, I'm sweaty, I'm stressed out, and I feel like intuitively, you just kind of picked up on it and you like, Tamara.
Because it comes natural. Okay. Like, when you're just, it just comes natural. When that just comes from overthinking. And you know what I think about overthinking. Overthinking is the devil, because you got it in you. you know, it's in you, not on you. So you feel me? When it's in you, you just gotta get
Come
over
on.
that first layer of the anxiety, the overthinking, and be like, "You right, it is in me. This is my brand. This is what I do." And people gonna come out, and we had a bomb time, and that will forever be one of my favorite part of our friendships because we really became business partners that on Soul Care. So I appreciate that, sis.
Yes,
That was a good one. I'll sentimental.
and I dropped it. Shameless plug. I dropped it because y'all, if you're not following us, if you're not telling your sister, friend, cousin about us, you should, because we got a lot of stuff that we are working on. We want to be able to connect more. So Soul Care was just the tipping point. And I dropped it to put it out there that we do what we do. So please be on the lookout. Share Adore Your Life. Share Intuitive Talks with Myra.
It is.
Because
And you
it's
got to
about
be
to go
on the
down.
set and be ready and have whatever you want to do, have it ready so we can promote you, put you out here, because that's what sisterhood is all about. All right, so we're going to get back
All
in
about.
the list, on the list. Ooh, this is one of my favorite, connecting with others. Do y'all connect y'all? Are y'all one of them people that don't connect y'all people with people because you don't want them to have your plug? Is that
Child. You be like, oh, I can't stand that shit. Me and Mara was just talking about that. Where you be like, where'd you get that dress from? Uh, I got it 2 years ago.
You know that you got that
You
dress last
lying.
week at Macy's.
Why not just say
Why? Now I ain't
where you
gonna
got
lie.
it from? Like, but that's a lack
It
mentality.
is.
That's a lack mentality though, for real. Because it's like this idea that if I share with you, it's not gonna be enough shine for me, or
Yeah,
you gonna have it and it's gonna be this. Like
it
that
do,
shit
and
go
that's
deep,
just
bruh.
trashy because at the end of the day, you just gotta remember. It goes back, like you said, to who you are and your lack mentality. Remember who you are. Just because they got the same dress on, don't mean they ain't gonna rock it like you. They ain't gonna wear it like you. They ain't gonna look like you in it. They ain't gonna talk like you with it. So it's like, why you can't put your sister on? So it's very important to connect your people with people because you can be stopping your blessings because you don't want to connect them. See, it could be a reason why God wants you to connect them with that person because maybe you can't get out of them what you need to get out of them, but they can. Now you winning too. Now they don't put you on because they done got deeper with that person. Now they don't put you on. So it's super important to connect your people with people. Don't be afraid to tell like different master classes that you're going to or simple shit. Who braids your hair? Who does your nails? Who done your lashes? Like I'm gonna tag you, boo. I don't got time.
Yeah. And I can, oh my goodness. Starting out getting product for Intuitive Talks with Myra, Lamika, and I don't know if she's on here, but Lamika had a whole vendor list. And she was like, what you trying to get? And I was like, I don't know. She said, well, I'm gonna send you all of this stuff. And that was the kindest gesture that she did for me. And I literally wanted to pay it forward. So any opportunity that I get, I'm like, well, how can I pour into somebody just getting into business or somebody who's trying to get those resources? You never know who you're impacting and how that can build more trust and more
Right.
connection in your
And
relationship.
Tawana said people ask me all the time why I talk to people about business or the same type of business I'm in. I share what I wish someone would have told me if I could do it, I send them. And that is so true. Because I remember when I started out with Adore Denim, this is before like everybody was just opening their businesses and stuff. And so it was like not a lot of people who had businesses. And it was some of my friends at that time that I called my friends and I'd be like, how do you do this? How you start an LLC? How do you do that? And it was like they didn't even want to tell me. And it's like that's trashy because it's like why you don't want to put me on? So that's one of my things. You know, you call me, honey. What you need? This the link I
Okay.
went to. Now they might have updated it. You might need to do a little bit more. This might be
This
wrong
might be
now
wrong now, but I'm going to give it to you.
because things upgrade, things update. But no, seriously, don't be afraid to put your people on. Tell them the steps. Now, here's the thing. Samara, what you feel about, okay, so you put your sis on, but now you getting used in a situation. Like now they keep coming to you with stuff. Like now it's like, bruh, I can't write down steps. By this time you should have paid for a session. So what do you do when it gets to that as a sister?
I remind them, you know, I do. I remind them, you know, that I have, you know, things going on too. Like, of course, like I want to support you. I want to help you. I'm really good, not trying to be funny, but I'm really good with redirecting. And I think it's from being in corporate America for so long. So I ask, like, well, what you find? Or what did you see? Send me what you saw so far. And a lot of times what you figure out is that people haven't really looked. So by you redirecting them, you know, it kind of brings it to task, because I'm really big on maintaining professionalism,
Right.
especially when it comes to business. Like, I don't care if you're my friend or if you're somebody who I just met. And sometimes it's not appropriate to be like, okay, you getting on my fucking nerves. So redirecting and saying, well, what did you find? Or show me where you got hung up. Those types of small things allow you to not take it on, but at the same time, you're keeping your sis integrity. You're keeping your integrity, and you're keeping that relationship intact. And I'm big on that. And I know sometimes that bites me in the ass, but I do think that it's important to make sure that you're honoring yourself, but at the same time, when you're correcting people, honoring them. So a lot of times when you say that, they like, well, I didn't look for real.
I need you to look. That's my thing. Like, I'm gonna be like, what did you look on Google? Go on Google. We all search on Google. Do your research. It's super important though. Like, before you go, just ask and do your own research so you can know exactly what you asking. Cause you might be trying to ask your good sis for one thing, and that's not even really what you need. So make sure that you're doing your research, so that when you are asking for help, you are seeming like you're prepared. It seems like you really are taking this thing seriously, and you're not just shooting the shit. Yes, people can't learn.
People can't learn if you do it for them. Right. How they gonna be able to pass the buck forward? And one thing that I'll say too is, with connection and leaning on people for resources, make sure you're respecting them in their time. Because a lot of times I feel like, especially if you're a great connector, people just expect you to be able to run off resources or do different things like that. Sometimes it takes saying, sis, would you like to grab a salad for lunch? I need to talk to you about something. How are you pouring back to them if they're giving you this wealth of knowledge? And this isn't about you paying them, because I know people, that should be my friend. It's about you feeding them because they're feeding you.
Yeah,
so
that's
maybe,
super important. I really, that ties back to, going out to eat and inviting them. If you want them to give you information, don't be afraid. Like you said, sis, let's get a drink. I got you this time. Thank you so much for just sharing this information with me. You didn't have to do that. That really shows integrity and just who you are at the core of a person. So I love that tip. That's a perfect tip tonight. Another thing on the list is to invite them to a party. Invite your sister out to a party. I feel like this is one of my favorite ones, because life be so serious. And I feel like tomorrow we've had some of our greatest jugs just being like, sis, I got a cookout, I got a little thing, work event, I got something else, so you want to pull up, and we go and we have a great ass time. I'm a concert person. Please invite me to a concert.
Invite me if you're going to, I'm just gonna name a few. If you're going to Chris Brown and Lil Baby, invite me. If you're going to Kendrick Lamar, invite me. But seriously, invite me to events where we can unwind, whether it's a party, a bar, whatever. Like, include me. especially if you got friends who stand in like that matriarch role. They're like the nurturer, they're like the mama of the group. A lot of times I feel like we get overlooked.
Invite me. And especially if you one of them friends where you go out all the time. Like, why you keep going out with the same sister, the same friends, sis? You got other friends. Invite your other friends out.
Okay, Tawana said, "Me too, y'all." Okay, I'm putting us on the standby list.
We wanna have fun too. Invite your friends out and have a good time. I really feel like that one's super important as well. Share your story is on the list.
Yo.
But what?
But what?
I'm trying to figure out YouTube, but
but wait.
Share your story. So share your story is a super important one because you guys, we all have a story to tell. And sometimes we be sitting on things that have hurt us, that has happened to us, that was tragic to us when we were younger, growing up, and we're just holding that in. So it's super important to share your story. Don't be afraid to invest in your story. And there's other ways that you can invest in your story, like going on Facebook groups and getting in those and really saying how you feel. Share your story because you can save a life.
Yo, you really can. I'm the type of person where I believe that the things that I have been through, the things that I've overcome is my testimony. And growing up in church, I really used to see where people would tell their testimonies and how it would inspire other people. It would inspire me sometimes. And there is nothing that you should be ashamed of. There is nothing that you should feel like is just shameful, because at the end of the day, you never know who's going through that situation who need to hear how you overcame.
It's super important in sisterhood to share your story, no matter big or small, because it can really save a life. It can really break a generational curse in someone else's life. They might not have gone through that, but their kid could be going through that same thing. And you could literally be telling them something that you went through as a child, and they could switch some stuff up, and to the point where their parenting is better, their relationship with their kid is better, their relationship with their child's father is better, if you're co-parenting, all kind of stuff. So it's super important to share your story. I've shared my story with Tamaya. She shared her story with me. We've shared it with the world. Like, if you have friends, your friends should know about you and what you have gone through in your life and what you had and the growth. If your friends don't know your growth, are they really your friends?
And if you feel like you can't tell what you've gone through, then I would strongly recommend you considering some sort of counseling. Of course, Vanity and I, we're life coaches, so we can help you to alchemize your testimony into energizing you for your future and how to reach your goals. If you need traditional therapy, like whatever it is, because at some point, if there's been enough time and there's been enough healing and just you being able to face what has happened, it is healthy for you to start talking about it. I have so many people who ask me my coming out story. They have kids that's like, hey, mama, I'm this, I'm that. And I'm able to share with them how I felt as a young queer, my mama hates that word, as a young queer, Black girl growing up in a Christian home. Also for me, like going through as an adult woman, fertility issues. For the longest, I hid that and I dealt with it behind closed doors. But now the more I talk about my story and how I have made it a mission to deal with to heal, to give myself space and time, I don't realize until I meet people later. Where it's like, oh man, you said this. Did you know I went through this? I had a miscarriage, or I'm trying to do this and this. So you never know who you're touching, and you never know who your light can inspire by you just being you. You ain't gotta have on no mask. You don't have to put nothing on. by
Yes,
you
take the
just
mask
being
off. And I
you.
feel like that's what it's all about. Sisterhood is about taking the mask off and really just being able to be authentically you. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you are. That's what sisterhood is all about. And like she said, if you don't feel comfortable enough with going to your sisters about that, definitely reach out to us if you need deeper therapy. I know some great Black therapists that I can refer you to if you prefer to do things like that. But it's super important that you share your story and get it out there, and don't be afraid to get it out there.
Absolutely.
I was trying to look and see, because she said, but oh, they be busy, I guess, Tommy, and I got a lot of kids. Well, look, boo, invite them over, have the kids play over the weekend. Me and my friends, we got some kids. We got us some kids on us, okay? The kids was in the living room playing. We was over here. We had us a little mini bar club. We had the hookah set up. We was going, okay? And the kids was having a great time while we was going. So sometimes you gotta have you a good old house party and invite your friends over so you can really connect with your friend. So boom, Tamira, what are some things that you feel like as a sister, with any like sisterhood or whatever, that you feel like you could have done better, or you overlooked, or you could have just been better at when it comes to like sisterhood?
So wait, is it giving y'all
I
feedback?
don't know. What you mean?
Like it's an
Oh, I
echo.
don't hear the echo.
Say something now.
You hear it now?
It's giving me. Yeah. I'm gonna drop off and then come back on. I
Okay,
have to
drop
tell
off.
you.
I'm gonna stay on. And I'll add you back in. I was asking her what's some things that she felt like she could have been better as a sister. So when she comes back on, she can answer that. Yeah, just a little. Okay. We'll see if we can get her to come back in here in a moment. Okay. Um, is that better?
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So, if I had to say something that I could have done better as a sister, being honest, being transparent. Like sometimes I can be the kind of person that I go with the flow, or I want to make things comfortable for everybody who's involved. And I think it's a disservice when you're not honest with people, when you're not saying, hey, I'm struggling with something, I need help, I don't like something that you did, something you did hurt my feelings. When you don't do those things, it builds resentment. It builds up this whole thing where you're like, I really can't do this with this person, but they have no idea that you're going through this. So I think for me, one of my biggest mistakes in sisterhood was not being transparent and not being upfront about
Yeah.
how I was feeling, because relationships are a two-way street.
Mhm.
Communication goes both ways. And I tend to be more comfortable with people sharing with me, but I don't output that. And I think that that has created some friction in some of my relationships.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's just allowing things like kind of how you said. I feel like I just allow people to play with me sometimes, like
Mm-hmm.
just take advantage of me, and I don't really say too much because I know that as a Leo, I can go too far.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem. I go too far. I think I said that last time. I go too far. And then at the end, it's like, fuck you, bitch. Because I don't went too far, because now I got this resentment build up. So I'm learning to express myself earlier on with things I
Yeah.
don't like, with things that I could be better at, or that you could do better for me as a friend. Like, I can really be on some, like, sometimes I'm calling out for help because I really need my friend.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like I could be better with being like, friend, I need you.
Yeah.
I don't know how obvious I can make that, but sometimes me just saying it like that, like, friend, I need you to be here for me. It's super important. So I've learned to just say what I need, say my needs and my wants in any relationship that I'm in. And if you're my tribe, if you're really for me, you're gonna come through.
Yes. And I love how we both expressed similar mistakes that we've made, but we projected it differently. Like, you are the type of person where it's like, okay, at the end, fuck you, bitch. Me, I'm the type of person where it's like, oh, this person, they not for real, so I'll just go ghost. So I find myself like ghosting a lot and feeling like, oh, it ain't gonna work. No way. It's no point in talking about it. They don't care to show up for me or resolve the issue. And as I did my work and I sat with that dynamic, I realized that that was a self-worth issue for me. Why am I feeling like I'm not worthy enough, or this person doesn't feel like I'm valuable enough to want to fix things or to improve the relationship that we have? So a lot of times it really is deeper. I'm big on saying you can name the poison, it can no longer harm you. So it's really important to really get to the nitty gritty of what that really is. And I realized that ghosting really reflected on my self-worth, like feeling like I'm not worthy enough for people to fix it.
Yeah. And see, for me, it's more like, no, I need you to stand in this.
Yeah.
I need you to stand in you being a shitty ass friend. I need you to stand in you being a shitty ass
I need you to be accountable.
Sister. Yeah, I need you to stand in that, because I feel like, how are we gonna grow if we don't stand in that? How are we gonna grow as sisters if we don't stand in, like, you know what, friend, you right. I was caught up in my life. I didn't realize you was going through. I didn't realize you had this going on, and I could have been better. My apologies. Sometimes that's all that that's all that is. And you keep it moving and you go on. We don't like to have those tough conversations and communicate, but you have to have those.
You do.
Because how are you gonna teach kids how to be good friends? They just continue gonna be a shitty ass friend like you. You're not gonna break the cycle.
And how you gonna learn? Because I feel like so many times we feel like we've arrived or we just know stuff. As long as you living and breathing on this earth, you're gonna continue to evolve. You're gonna continue to learn. You're gonna continue to grow. And part of those growing pains and that journey is actually coming face to face with the areas you need to be accountable for.
Yeah. So it goes back to accountability. Let me ask you this now. We all watched the Verses, right? Did you watch the Verses? Okay. How do you feel about, I know we're talking about sisterhood. We can talk about sister brotherhood, because some of us don't have sisters, right? Some of us have brothers, and that's super important as well. So how did y'all feel about, I feel like Brandy came back and saved Ray J, because he had a shitty ass Verses, and then she came back with the BET Award and came out with Jack Harlow.
They gon' thump. Brandy and Ray J, I will never forget when I was little. What was that song? No, I cannot do without you. I'm the beginning to be. Yo, I will never forget being little, and I would sing that to my little sister. To me, like, they epitomize what it is to really stand for your sibling. Because if you watched him when Brandy came out with Jack Harlow, he was in it.
You feel me?
He was hyping his sister on a whole nother level. And I do think, now that you've said it and I didn't think about that, it was one of those things where I'm going to restore our name. I'm going to show out for us because you had a hell of a night.
What I loved about them is that, like, after that, Brandy, like, added Ray J and was like, nigga, I told you to drink your water and rest your voice and be prepared. And this is what happened when you're not prepared. But at the same time, she had him. She came back with Jack Harlow and she did her thing. So I feel like they really embody, like, even back then, because, like, when you think about their roles have changed. Like, back then, Brandy was the big star.
Yes.
Brandy was the biggest star. And Ray J was just like Brandy's brother, you know?
Yeah.
So now, I mean, we all know Brandy, but now Ray J, he's made his own name, you know what I'm saying, his own family. So the tables have turned, and I just really love how they embody sisterhood. I'm listening to people that are out here, that's celebrities that you feel, okay, that we feel like that's embodied sisterhood. How about the Kardashians?
Girl, I was about to say them. I know you girls may like this hustle, and that can get scandalous, but them sisters, they gon' stand 10 toes down behind each other. Like, you don't see, except that one time when Kim and Courtney had called themselves
Yo, that was
fine.
so funny.
That was silly. But for real, like, they stand 10 toes down, like public stuff, you know, embarrassments, shit hitting the fan as a unit. They not going to embarrass each other or
Yeah.
do anything that could compromise their siblings
And they put each
in
other
front of them.
on. Kim
They
is the
do.
main one that put it on. You know what I'm saying?
Big
So
Libra energy. Big Libra energy every time. Like, that's one thing about Kim. And people get surprised when I say, no, I can relate to her. Kim is a true Libra through and through. We gonna share. We gonna try. Now, she's savage as fuck. Like, she gonna do what she need to do. But that concept of, if I make it, I'm gonna do my best to help my family.
yeah. Now, what y'all feel about that? Okay, so it's sisterhood. The whole I get on and put my friends and put my sisters on. How you feel about that, Tamira? Are you with that, or are you kind of like it's lonely at the top?
So I feel like, honestly, in a perfect utopia, in a perfect world, I could put everybody on around me. I could give them resources. They can take the seed that I plant and create a beautiful garden, and it can be excellent. But the reality is that sometimes, even though you have the best intentions, you want to sow a seed, it's not going to fertile ground. And when I say fertile ground, I'm not downing nobody. I'm not saying that, people are shitty or nothing like that. Sometimes the timing, the alignment is just not there. And you got to know when to press forward. Like Jocelyn said, if you do it for people, they'll never learn. So when we talk about putting people on, we're talking about opportunities. We're talking about, I'm going to put your name in this room, but you actually got to show up.
You got to get in the room.
You got to actually go in there and show them what you about. You can't go. My grandma used to say, you can't go to heaven with my prayers.
You can't.
Like,
you can't go to heaven with my prayers. And that's the same thing as, like, if you ever been, I'm the type of person like referring somebody to a job. Like, I really got to fuck with you to refer you to a job, bro. Because, honey.
Let me tell y'all something. It's girls out. Yo. So I used to be so big on referring people and highlighting them and saying, oh, you should do this with this person. I had a situation where I referred somebody to someone for a service, and they almost did like a borderline sexual harassment.
That's crazy.
So again, that was that lesson though, where it's like, in a perfect utopia, everybody is going to do the right thing. Everybody is going to be professional, full of integrity. They're going to give things their absolute best. But in reality, you got to know when to pull back, disassociate yourself from certain things, because if it's a sinking ship, you don't have to go down with it, and you don't have to do stuff for people. You just don't.
You don't. And I feel like that's really big. Like, just kind of knowing to choose your battles when it comes to your friends and what opportunities you want to give them, because you know your friend. If your friend lazy, don't be, because you know if your friend lazy.
No. And I think sometimes if the rapport is good enough, you can say, friend. Now, you know how you do. You like to sleep in.
Exactly. I'm trying to get
you like to.
Like, it's so, and that's super important. Know your friends and don't be afraid to put them on the opportunity that's best for them. But, like,
Yeah.
friend, we trying to change some things. You know, we can't do the same thing we did last time.
Mm-hmm. Tawana said my favorite word. I'm so big on discernment.
Yeah.
Like once you learn how to listen to your intuition, the next thing is operating in discernment.
And that's
Because
it.
sometimes it's you just gonna know, like, nah, that ain't it.
Yeah, that ain't it. This ain't this, and that ain't that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's super important. That discernment and listening to your intuition. I think I said it to you earlier. Like, that's one thing that I've learned is really to stop putting off my intuition and really pay attention to that, because that's going to tell me the next thing I need to do, the next steps I need to take, and that's going to prevent me from a lot of heartbreak and a lot of calling my sisters to vent. And when I know I'm gonna go
back to that. When I know we don't ever want to end.
we don't
and I'm
ever
gonna
want
wait
to
for
end.
you.
Shit. Boosie play, city girl. Boosie play. Boosie play.
Honey.
Alexa
said
play.
You done changed my name.
I don't play. I done changed her to I done changed her name to Boosie. Boosie Baddie.
But no, like for real, like that discernment, and maybe we can do that on another Wind Down Wednesday. But discernment, baby. Okay, Morgan, like next subject. We ain't gonna do
Because you know how I get, Morgan. You know how I give it up, Morgan. But no, we can definitely talk about discernment on our next one, and just what it looks like to practice discernment, what it feels like, and just being in touch with your intuition. If y'all have other topics that y'all want us to talk about, make sure y'all drop that in the chats, okay?
And I'm gonna tell y'all this before we go to the next thing. When it comes to your intuition, this is a free tip plug. Your intuition don't give a damn about what you like, what you don't like, what's comfortable, what's uncomfortable. That level of truth that comes through, that hits you in your guts, that's your intuition. My intuition has told me certain things about certain people, certain situations, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You look at
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
But your intuition don't care. Your intuition is there to give you that extra information, that extra push to actually see what's going on around you.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not pretty.
It's not pretty.
And you gotta.
You do. And sometimes if you don't, and when you don't listen to that intuition, the God, universe, whatever you believe, is going to force that to happen on you. And then you're left with no choice of if it's being good or bad, because now it's out of your hands.
Yeah. Tawana said the problem is I don't listen to me. Girl,
that's what I'm saying.
She gang.
Because she gang. She
a Libra.
Sis,
you know what's up. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's some scales.
You know what's up.
What I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you then, Tawana, what I told Tamara one time. You a scale. Sometimes that heart your scales be like this, and they need to be like this. You be that heart be up here, your brain be down here, and you gotta lean back and listen. Look, I know that shit right. That's what you gotta do. You gotta lean back and listen sometimes and get that shit right back up. That's how you're gonna be great at who you are, and that's how you truly grow when you start to listen to your intuition and practice these different tips that we told y'all about when it comes to sisterhood.
And we might post them on the recap. I think I will. So we'll post them on a recap just so you have a visual aid and a reminder of, what we talked about.
I missed one.
Okay, what's the one you missed?
The one I missed was start a mastermind.
So do you want to do this now?
Yeah.
Y'all got time?
Y'all got time?
Masterminds? Let us know in the chat. Drop a heart if y'all got a few more moments so we can talk about starting a mastermind. Because I have a whole lot of testimony about that. Okay, I saw one. Now, if only one person got time to talk about.
No, we got a couple of people that got time.
Okay. Start a mastermind. Y'all, from a business standpoint, I didn't start to really find my flow if you're looking to start a business, if you're looking to expand your brand or whatever. I didn't start to find my flow until I got into a mastermind group. And basically, mastermind is all about getting with a group of people who are creative, people who have experience, maybe they don't have experience, and just brainstorming, sharing resources, being able to come to the table with, hey, I'm thinking about this. Has anybody done this before? Starting a mastermind, and not to call nobody out, but Serving Faces Spa, Ebony, I'm calling you to the forefront, honey. If you see this, we need our masterminds back. But starting a mastermind is so rewarding. It's the perfect way to network. It's the perfect way to, again, go outside of you, try something new, get in a different pair of eyes on the goals that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Do you have any experiences with masterminds that you want to share,
well,
Vanity?
maybe not necessarily masterminds, but when I look at mastermind, what pops in my head is networking. So just even if it's not like your Facebook groups like do, to be able to really network. Like me and Tamara one time, I think she might have found this in one of her mastermind class, went to a Spotify event that was free in Charlotte just to like learn the platform of Spotify. So it's super important when it says like to start a mastermind. If you're not clear with what that is to really just find ways to network. Find other ways to network, get with other people. Don't be afraid to be open to meet new sisters, new sisterhood, new people that can put you in a room with the movers and the shakers. Okay, that's what you want to do. You want to be in a room with the movers and the shakers, and you want to be able to learn or even teach people what you know. Because how do you know? You might be the mastermind. So it's super important.
You know what this making me think about? You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. What she say? I just quit my job. A lot of y'all want to quit y'all jobs. A lot of y'all want to quit y'all jobs. You want to be entrepreneurs. You want to be able to build your own brand. The best way to do that is by networking. Getting in the room. If you admire somebody or you've seen their work and you're like, okay, this is on brand for what I do, don't be afraid, in a respectful way that's considerate of their time, to reach out to them. A lot of times by just shooting your shot. We always talk about shooting your shot in relationships, shooting your shots to holler at somebody. Shoot your business shot.
Shoot your business shot, sis, bro. Shoot your shot. Be in their DMs. It goes down in the DM.
Down in the DM.
Shoot
Y'all thought that was, see, it goes down in the DM. They thought that was just them sneaky links.
They thought it was a sneaky link, but no.
It goes down in the DM.
Super important.
Seriously.
For you to really reach out to people and network. I'm not sure if are you getting feedback? No. Okay. It's super important for you to get down in the DMs and shoot your shot, network with people. If that's your friend, and if that's your sis, if that's your bro, call their ass out. Why you ain't sharing my post? I know one of my bros on here, I done got into it with a couple of people like, you supposed to be my friend and you ain't supporting me. I'm not feeling that. I done got into it with my whole family on a group text message thread.
Y'all, Vanity lit it.
Like, y'all want
me Vanity cussed everybody out.
Y'all want me to be a part of this, but I've been having a business for this song and y'all ain't bought a shirt yet. But that was just really what I needed to say, because at the end of the day, you my family. You supposed to be my sis or whatever. So it's important to hold people accountable. I know we see those reels and stuff. Your family ain't going to be the first one to support you. They ain't going to be the first one. But I'm going to call you out. Why not? Because I'm going to support you.
Yeah. And one thing I'll say is, make your voice known, but on some real cheat code shit, don't aim your clientele or your business for real at people that you know. And the reason I say that, they should support you. I'm with you 100%, Vanity. But the reason I say that is you need to think bigger.
Well, yeah, definitely. You definitely need
You
it. I
gotta
mean,
think
my reels
globally.
that's taken off is I don't know these
Yeah,
damn people, so it's like I always think
yeah.
bigger. But don't get your feelings hurt, and don't be afraid to be like, why you ain't support me, sis or bro? Ask them, cause what they gonna say? I don't know.
And I think a lot of times people, when they see you moving and doing certain things and they see you starting to really come into your own, really share your brand, a lot of times if you're dealing with people who haven't processed that they haven't done certain things or they haven't, gotten to a certain point, that can be a reminder to them and that can create some form of jealousy and
Mm-hmm.
resentment.
It
And I
can.
mean, and the reason why, like, I think this is so valuable, and I'm glad you brought this up, is these are real things that happen. We spent a lot of time talking about how you can support your sister, but on the flip side, sometimes there's a mirror effect. There's something else that's going on there. And these
Mm-hmm.
are real things that happen, but you still got to be able to be in your body and show
Mm-hmm.
up. Hold people accountable, do what you need to do, set your intentions, but on the flip side, be prepared.
Be prepared. Be prepared to get your feelings hurt, but it's okay
Mm-hmm.
because nothing comes easy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing comes easy. So when it comes to you starting your business with any sisterhood, anything, just be prepared for the good and the bad. You
And
know,
pay full price.
and pay full price, and don't be asking for no discount. The fuck, you didn't ask them for no discount. You ain't go over there to that store and be like, Bed and Beyond, can you give me a discount? Unless they was having a sale or something. You ain't.
And give them a tip.
And tip they ass. Why the fuck you ain't tipping your nail tech? Why you ain't tipping your lash person? Ain't that your friend? I've been going to the same lash people and the same nail person for 5 years. Like, my hairstylist, I've been going to her. We calculated one day. It was like 8 years. You're my friend by this time. Why I'm not tipping you? Like,
Pay them
no.
folk. Tip them
Y'all be
folk.
paying them Asian folks. Y'all be adding that $5 on over there to them nails. You better tip me.
Y'all ain't have
Okay,
no
y'all. I'm
problem.
cutting up. It's too
Y'all
much
ain't
wine.
have no
Ebony wine.
problem tipping them other people. But when it come to your people, you sitting up there, sis, yeah, I know it's $40. I only got 28.
I ain't feeling that. I think that's trashy. Don't do that. Tip your people. Show up for your people. Show up for your sisters and your brothers. Um, y'all, I'm a little tipsy, so I'm gonna get out. Is that Lisa Ware out there? My mama done stepped in the room.
Hey,
Come
Ma.
on in the room. Come on in the room, honey.
Before we go, we're gonna do one more plug. The wine was whining tonight.
The
Thanks
wine was wine.
to
Ebony
Ebony
had me right
Wine,
tonight. Ebony had me right tonight. Ebony
our
wine.
sponsor. And Ebony
Black
had you what?
on.
What is it?
Ebony wine and spirits, honey. Black on.
What else
Okay?
on?
Black. Moscato.
Woman on. Black woman on.
Oh, black woman on. Yeah, because her name Ebony. So, honey, you better get with it. Make
We'll
sure that
post the
y'all.
link because
Yeah.
as you guys can see, we are super on a good level right now. And it's been absolutely phenomenal. This is our second time doing Wind Down Wednesday on Facebook. And we are so appreciative and grateful for you guys being engaged, for you showing up, for you actually allowing us to pour into you and y'all pouring into us. For me, remember, if you are looking for spiritual life coach services, intuitive readings, if you are looking to learn more about ways to cultivate your spiritual routine in your household and your life, hit me up at intuitivetalkswithmyra.com, every platform. And then Vanity.
Yeah, if you are looking for mindset awareness, self-love, co-parenting, how to be a better co-parent with your child's father or your child's mother, business consulting or anything like that, definitely hit me up. I can point you in the right directions. And definitely we can get a session and get you on the right steps that you need to adore your life. So make sure that you look for me on all social medias as adore_coach vanity. And yeah, like follow, support, share. I really appreciate everybody who does that. And we're gonna come back. Make sure that y'all drop in the chat what topics y'all want us to talk on, what things we could be talking about, because we just kind of get together and just like come up with our topics. So we definitely want to make sure that we're catering to everyone's needs. So reach out to us and let us know the topics that y'all want us to talk on. But other than that, like I say, adore your life, and that starts by investing in you and adoring yourself first. And Tamira?
Tap into your power and don't forget to unapologetically thrive.
Unapologetically. All right, we'll see y'all later. Thanks so much for tuning in to Wind Down Wednesday. Have a blessed night and have a great rest of the week.
Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.